Welcome back to the Odryssian Kingdom campaign. To start off this episode, we could have a nice old battle out on the sea, so let's give it a go and see if we can sink this Carthaginian army. So we have 9 ships here. I believe we're being reinforced by 11. So we will have more ships than them. If we can sink each one of their ships with 1 ram, then this will be easy. But I'm not sure it will be so simple. That will be the plan, though. Transports are painfully slow. Let's go ahead and just come over here a little bit so that when my reinforcements come on, I've got a little bit of extra help. Okay, now the general actually can't ram.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
We'll let as many of these get on the field as we can. Just going to go ahead and pull the admirals back out of the way. They don't need to be involved. See, these transports have been coming after me the whole time. Oh, actually, no, they're sitting still. Interesting. I thought they were charging out at me, but they're not. Now, this is interesting. I've never actually seen a cavalry unit forced onto a boat. Because whenever you do a port battle with cavalry, they just spawn on land. Alright, now let's see, how do we want to go about this?
Moving out! Assault ships reporting!
Let's go like that for now. Okay, a little bit of a change here. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and get in there.
Ready and waiting. Ready, willing, and awaiting your word. Ready, willing, and able. Ready. Crewed by warriors and ready. Ready and waiting.
Should take some missile fire, but nothing too alarming.
Ready and able.
Okay, let's see how these initial rams go. Looks like the first one was not quite enough to sink the ship. Okay, so let's give a second ram order. You guys can go ahead and go through.
Ready to attack. And force ready. Ready and waiting. Crewed by warriors and ready. Ships and oars ready. Assault ships ready to attack.
The enemy general is dead.
Ready, willing, and able. Ready. Warriors
Okay, they did
ready.
catch us in melee here in the middle.
Ready and able.
And over here. Okay, my ships are struggling to ram. See, this is one of the dangers, is when your ships don't get the right angles, they won't actually ram the enemy. And then they can just engage you in melee, and that's obviously not going to be advantageous for me.
Assault ships reporting.
Okay, you turn back around. Okay, we're actually going to take some casualties from this now.
Ready, willing, and able. Ready and waiting.
All of these guys are just acting stuck. Come on, one of you get through. There we go. Okay, starting to make a little bit of progress here.
Assault ships reporting. Pack them down. Assault ships reporting. Ready and able. Attack!
Okay, now things are starting to go pretty quick. So one of our ships has taken some damage. I'm just going to end it immediately because any of their troops that got onto my boats will start killing through my guys pretty fast, and that's just casualties I don't need to take. So that did end up being a super simple battle, but it wasn't quite as simple as I would have liked, with just one ram per enemy ship being enough to do the job. Okay, so that's not quite enough to get rid of those guys. But that's not too problematic. I really like having good replenishment rate for my navies. Over here, sure. We'll just do the same thing. Now, make sure we get in range and go get them. This one I could just auto-resolve. We'll probably take some casualties, lose some boats, but that's okay. I'd rather get super aggressive, I think. Alright, didn't actually lose any boats, so we can replenish the rest of that pretty easily by simply going into harbor. I should have done that a different way. Okay, we'll send you guys up here. Actually, we'll send you guys all the way up there because you can recruit 4 units from there. Now down here, let's go ahead and merge out. Oops, that's not the same unit. Oh, I must have just not clicked correctly. Let's go ahead and merge these guys out and then recruit some more.
Recruiting more ships for the tribe.
Now we're out of warrior population here, which stinks. I'm going to go ahead and grab those mercenaries. Not out of warrior population up here. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of those guys. Now, when you guys were saying if you put your army in the port side of a settlement, it gives them more movement range, I am aware of that. I didn't want to do it because then if they, for whatever reason, decided to come attack me, they could probably sink a couple of my ships basically for free. And I just wanted to avoid that possibility, especially because I'm not sure if they have any other fleets around here. And if they do, those could potentially have range to come reinforce. So I don't like, because if this army is in the port and they got attacked by 2 fleets, all 20 of these units would be in transport boats, and I could not possibly get them all landed before they got rammed to death. So I was just keeping these guys in the city instead of the port. Anyway, that was my reasoning behind doing that. This fleet is still hanging out over here, but the longer they wait, the more powerful our garrisons get, and the less of a chance they will have at taking any of our cities. Perhaps if they teamed up with this fleet, they could do some damage, but I'm not really concerned about that. So, let's get running forward with our proper armies. Just kidding, we already have done that this turn. Oh yeah, I think that was like the end of the last turn. Let me do a quick double check just to make sure, because I've got this episode and the next episode that I want to have a military victory by the end of. So we need to take one more city down here. Honestly, I could do that with the Fury right now. And then I could probably use the Raiders as a back and forth between these 2 cities. Yeah, let's go for it and see what happens. This could be a bad idea, but I'm going to give it a go. Oh, it is a bad idea. I had forgotten that that army was there. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back, chill out for a minute. We're going to need an extra army up here just to make sure we decisively defeat these guys and have enough troops to quickly take Gore afterward. I'll just keep this spy rotating back and forth. This spy is going down here. Alright, let me do a quick check on loyalty, because now would be a really, really bad time to have a secession. You throw money at these guys, make them love us. Okay, and that's good enough. Let's end the turn and go to the next one. Oh yeah, and that army needs to go back to Syracuse, but obviously they made it no problem. I may have forgotten to recruit more units into this fleet, though, now that I think about it. And how am I going to get a military alliance with the RDA? How am I going to make that happen? Even though we're at war with several of the same factions at this point, because we have a defensive alliance and they're not actually directly threatened by anyone, I'm not sure they will ever want a military alliance. And it would be a shame to miss the victory conditions by that small of an amount.
I dare not ask much for my people.
These guys don't
Only a
have any
single
connection to the
payment to
RDA,
replenish
so
our
I'm not
sadly
going to
diminished
bother
coffers.
trying to boost my relationship with them. None of this stuff is super important right now. That could, oh, that's the city we just put these guys back into. Alright, that's no big deal. Go ahead and get that put in there right away. Ah, whatever, we'll just get all those things built. Alright, now, RDA. If I remember right, I just drew them into war with Carthage. So maybe that'll be enough to tip the balance in our favor.
And better ale and mead set aside. But first, we talk.
Yes! Heck yes, I don't even care that I just spent almost 200,000 gold on that. Don't even care. Because now, literally all I have to do to win is recruit naval units and take and hold these 3 cities. Which should be relatively easy to do. There was another Galatian force down here, was there not? I could swear they had 4 armies, and the 4th one was the healthiest. Or had the most units.
What would you have of it to work then?
I guess not. Either way, they are encroaching on my territory. Okay, if we were to chase down here, we could get back a little bit. Versus if we were to chase, we actually couldn't even reach over there. Well, let's check on our navies real quick before I make a decision what I'm going to do about that Indian army and that last settlement. Let's keep building our navies up. Okay, we are in a controlled or a friendly sea region. I wonder if I could boost my recruitment more by going to this settlement here. But they have like the same ship, so I'm not sure why the naval recruitment is so much lower. What is causing higher naval recruitment over here? It shouldn't be that. I wonder if it's this? Yeah, I don't know what's allowing me to recruit more naval units there. I'm gonna go ahead and actually run this navy up to Terras and see if they can recruit 4 units from there. Because we might be able to end this campaign on episode 69. Okay, can't quite do it when we're out of the port. So next turn we'll check once we're in the port. Out here, things are still fine. No need to do anything over there. Really don't have enough warriors to justify recruiting more of these units. And now that we've kind of controlled the Carthaginian fleets, I'm just going to flesh out this fleet with the really, really crummy missile raiders.
Fleet ready.
Up here,
Ready for orders.
we don't have much warrior population either, so we will do the exact same thing, just grab a bunch of crummy missile raiders. Alright. Got 2 friendly armies over this direction.
Warriors all. Warriors all. Get moving. Ready for orders.
Let's see, Dimity has a 19-man garrison, Iowa has 16 and 4. So they're essentially the same. Let's go ahead and just send Grumpy's Guard down here now.
For the tribe.
We can just auto-resolve that. Wow, the artillery survives the auto-resolve. How cool is that, guys?
Ready for orders.
I'm probably not going to even have time to advance further than this, so I'm just going to go ahead and start these things converting. I wouldn't be too surprised if one of these armies takes Isle. Not going to be upset if they do either. Alright. Now let's see. I definitely don't want Candy's Conquerors going anywhere, because they need to get some replenishment. Blund's Bandits should probably stay here and just make sure I don't lose Susa, because I kind of need to hold on to Susa. Let's send the raiders over here because they have artillery. Maybe that will make it easier to deal with an army that's encamped. Up here we do have a couple of friendly armies, but we have a whole bunch of enemies moving over. Unfortunately, I still can't recruit any more armies, so this is actually a minor concern over here. But still, we shouldn't get attacked next turn. We could potentially be up against 2, almost 3 20 stacks in not too long. So let me look over here and see if there's any armies that I just really don't need anymore. Now that we've dealt with, excuse me, now that we've dealt with the transports here and what looks to be most of the Carthaginian fleets, I think I can just disband these guys. I'm going to do it this way though, let's see. Doing it this way doesn't really matter too much, but I'm going to get most of the warrior population into here so we can recruit Navy quickly. Okay, and that's boosted our, that's not warrior population. That's hopefully boosted our warrior population a little bit. And then we'll just go back into here and disband the rest. I was hoping to make it all the way down to this city and then disband them here, but whatever, it'll be fine. Actually, you know what?
For the tribe.
Whatever, I'm not going to mess with that anymore. Okay, over here. Let's get another army started. Okay, what kind of population are we dealing with in this province? Several warriors here. Not a ton of warriors there, but some. Okay, so we really don't have a ton of warriors in this area. We're going to have to hire some cheaper troops down here, I think, and we need to keep in mind that what we could be up against is probably a lot of melee infantry, cavalry, and pikes. Melee infantry, I think this army is a lot of cav, and then Egypt obviously has pikes always. So let's start in Tarsos and recruit an army. Doesn't really matter too much who I choose. I'm just gonna go with this guy, I guess. Now we'll go with this guy. Reinstate Legacy, just because we can get a little bit of extra experience for the army. I like the cavalry, the horse archer general. Alright, now let's see here. I could just start picking up a bunch of elephants, that would be kind of funny. It's not like income or upkeep are much of a problem anymore. What army composition would do well against our potential threats out here? I'm kind of thinking, I'm kind of thinking pikes actually would not be the best, because my pikes would outright lose to Egyptian pikes, like no matter what. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get pikes anyway, like a genius. Nope, not hoplites. I meant to say nope, not nope. And actually, instead of this unit here, I'm gonna pick up some of these Syrian archers. Okay, and then we'll move that army down this direction so we can have some extra defenses set up while we're making an offensive down here. You guys can go ahead and scout forward just a little bit, see if we can at least find that army again. But I don't want to leave that city undefended, because knowing the AI would just go right around me and take it, and that would just be tedious and annoying. Alright, let's end the turn.
Will you not give our people a little gold? You have much, and our
My people.
You know what's funny is I could actually get to 60 naval units way faster if I would just recruit more navies instead of only having 3. Oh, that's nice to actually complete this at the same time as we're about to complete the military victory. Okay, so the Iranians, I can't tell if that army just got recruited. I think it did. Alright, let's send the raiders on up here. They might not be able to quite reach this army. It's unfortunate. Okay, we'll have to wait one more turn there. The Fury should still have enough room, even with winter movement range. The Fury should still have plenty of movement to be able to get to Gore. Now, okay, we're starting to look at a lot of enemy force coming our way. This isn't very concerning because it's not even a proper 20 stack. Palmyra has decent enough defenses, so I'm actually going to move these guys over to Dura, I think. Of course, that said, they can't reach Dura yet anyway, so I'm not going to bother doing that just yet. Let's run you guys actually over here as far as you can get. Wow, it was just running slowly. Oh, actually, that wasn't smart. Oh no, I think they're still in Antioch. Okay, can we pick up some more of these Syrian archers? But mostly what we want is a bunch of our warriors. So let's see, that would be 7 units of pikes. And let's just get a bunch of these swords because they have big old shields. That'll be enough for this turn. I'm going to go ahead and grab these Syrian mercenary archers as well, just right now. Elephants are available if I want them. You know what, I could attack these guys this turn and push them back, because I'm sure they would leave their fortification with these odds. Let's see what happens. Okay. Not quite what I wanted to happen, so let's go ahead and fall back just a little bit. You guys keep moving forward. I'm just doing this so that they're in range of this city still to reinforce it. Okay, a quick check over here, make sure our navies will still be recruiting. Obviously they are. I don't know why I thought that might have changed. This one will be up to full soon, and then we can switch these two. Actually, you know what we can do? Hire this now. Run these guys down here. Send this fleet up here. I'm actually going to put these guys in that city instead. Wait, no, that was a mistake. God. What I meant to do is make it so that I could recruit 4 here and 2 here, but now I think I can only recruit 4 here. So that was a screw up. Yep, because now I can't recruit any here. Damn, I hate when I do stupid stuff. My thought was to defend this city against potential attack, but there's not really much potential for Carthage to make an attack right now. Okay, the Iceni took Isle, that is fine. I'm going to go ahead and keep my guys marching on Carthage just because I can. I don't need to at all, but I can, so I'm going to. And we'll end the turn, go to the next one. This next turn should be the last one. Before I do that, let me go to the objectives and just make sure. Hey, achieve one of the victory conditions. Well, Parsa, I need 15 more naval units. I need to control one more city. And that is it. So, we're getting 4 over there. We can get another 2 over here. So that's 6. So we need another, how many did I say I needed? 15? So we need another 9 naval units. Which means if we were to do 2 units per navy, we would need another 5 navies to be recruiting right now. So, screw it, let's recruit a bunch more navies. It'll be interesting to see my upkeep costs change as I do this too. It really doesn't matter who I recruit. Okay, we can get 4 of them here. Let's go on down to Athens and see if that one has good recruitment options. Okay, we can get another 4 there. And then we'll go up here. And I'm just doing this to try and make it so that the next turn is the last one, to see if I can actually round up this campaign right now. Okay, can't quite get so many there. That's 1, 2, actually that's 1, 2, 3, plus 5, plus 5, plus all of these guys. So that should be my naval unit recruitment cap reached. Now I'm still playing a little defensive over here just because that's how a campaign should be played, I think. I don't think you should just bum rush for victory conditions, just because for me personally that's not fun. I think it should be played more for sustainability and as if you were actually running an empire. Of course, saying that, even right now I'm not exactly going for sustainability, I'm just kind of going for get as much stuff done as quick as I can. But anyway, let's end this turn and move on to what could be the last part of the Odryssian Kingdom campaign.
A simple tribute is all that is.
Those turn ends always start to get a little bit stressful when they start taking that long. This guy made the only intelligent choice and is running for his life.
For the tribe.
let's see. I don't necessarily want to go up against elephants with this army, but with this many hoplites, it actually might not be too bad. Whereas these guys might struggle a little bit against the elephants. Oh, do you know what? These guys would get reinforced. So let's send the Fury up here to begin the siege of Gore. Isolate the garrison, attack these guys. Now, I think I'm going to auto-resolve this just because I want to get this last battle done. At this point, I'm already in the mindset of this campaign is over. Well, I don't know why there's a difference between close and Pyrrhic victory when the remaining force is the same. I guess it's because we wouldn't be killing as much of them. Whatever, let's just play protective. Really gonna be bad for our army, but it's not terribly important anyway. Holy cow, stand up, dude, come on. Yeah, massive casualties. You know what, honestly? I almost would say that wasn't even a victory. Because their army is still so healthy. But I guess for whatever reason it wasn't allowed to run away. Alright, let's merge up a couple of these guys so they're healthy enough for the coming battle. Even though I don't actually need them for the coming battle. You know what? Nah, Fury can go back over here. Let's get this battle underway. Actually pretty similar army compositions. I have more cavalry, they have more spears, but... Okay, they sallied out, which is very foolish when you have a cavalry disadvantage. Or I should say it can be, but I mean it's the AI. We all know it's not that great. Let's get ourselves a nice solid wall for our front line.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, let's get this underway.
Odryssian Royal Cavalry. As you say.
Now, if they're not going to charge out at me, that's fine. The fact that they have this much phalanx infantry is actually a little bit dangerous. So I'll have to be kind of intelligent with how I engage that.
Ask you to follow me once more. On me!
Can I get you guys to move correctly? Not quite. Okay, they've got very light missile infantry, I've got very light missile infantry. My guys are vet 9, theirs are all rank 2 or 3. And I've got the cavalry to help screen. So, let's actually run the missiles out front. Stack them heavy on one side, and then just try and wipe out their archers right off the bat. Got to bring my cavalry forward far enough that I can actually sustain that, though, because if they charge at me with their cavalry, that could be problematic.
Bowman!
Okay, everyone go ahead and move quickly.
Bows!
These bows are taking way too long. Alright, whatever. Fall back. Get back behind the hoplites. It's fine, we can afford to take some missile fire. Let's charge in there with the shock cav.
Right riders, forward!
Oh, that was a huge waste. That probably did way more friendly fire than anything else.
Weapons ready!
Okay, they got the charge on us over here, and that's actually doing a huge amount of damage. Let's just pull out of that engagement. We're gonna take some serious casualties doing so, but let's just get out of that engagement.
Bowman! Be on guard! Fire!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Have the horse at your command! Yours to command! Cappadocians! We await your order! Fierce! Awaiting order!
Okay,
One of our units has used all its
hoplites.
ammunition.
Await your command! Pikes at the ready! Orders
Form
understood!
phalanx. You guys get away from the spears.
Ready!
You guys get into the spears.
Fierce!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, out here it's fine if they charge me as many times as they want.
Orders!
Okay, let's go out and get them.
Cappadocian!
Over here, okay, we got a decent enough charge there. Keep the cavalry moving around the rear. The archers have
One of
almost
our
dealt with
units
their
has used all
first
its
target.
ammunition.
Okay, one unit gone. Let's take out the next one.
Cappadocian!
I want to see if I can trap their general in.
We are at your command!
Okay, you guys hit that. You guys hit that. Archers, start moving around this direction and get ready to fire into the flanks of these units.
Spears! Thracian warriors! Thracian cavalry!
How are we going out here? Let's get a charge there. No, let's not engage because they've got a unit of spears free that can help out. We don't want to go up against that.
We win!
Archers, get out here. You guys charge that phalanx. You guys come through.
Bowman! Get! Shock cavalry ready! Battle ready! and
Okay.
eager!
Needs more infantry.
Bow! Spartans!
You guys go ahead and charge into that. You guys keep coming around. Archers, fire into the phalanx. You guys just play some defense for the time being.
Warriors ready! Hot infantry! Commander! Commando! Orders! Hoplites!
Well, they prevented me from getting anything like a charge over there.
Spartans! Orders! Quick march! Our orders! We win!
Okay, archers need to not fire at will.
Orders! Engage! Are you waiting? Double!
Okay, cavalry start swinging out and around.
Missile on warriors!
Okay, we're making some pretty good work on the work of these guys. Work on these guys. I don't know. Let's turn this unit of spears around and try and trap that Persian militia in place so we can hit it with the cavalry. Okay, you guys charge into that. You guys hit it from the other side. You guys keep coming around. Okay, we haven't quite caught up to those light spears yet. Our heavy spears actually shouldn't be able to.
Many troops! Advance!
Okay, let's actually pull you guys out and around the side a little bit.
Thracian royal cavalry!
See if we can force this unit of spears into my swords here.
Cappadocian cavalry will kill them all! We await your order! Thracian royal cavalry! Swords!
Okay, archers, go ahead and start shooting their general. Making slow progress over here, but it's still progress. If this cavalry's gonna survive, I need to get them out of that engagement
The
sooner
battle is
rather
turning
than
in our
later.
favor.
Bowman!
Archers, let's not do that.
Thracian nobles! Operatives ready! Like infantry ready! Are you command? Swords! For glory!
Go ahead and just send everyone over here into combat.
Orders! Engage! Orders! Kill! Kill! Kill!
All right. Obviously a pretty simple, straightforward battle against just a regular garrison army. Now, let's see if we can maintain our holdings through an end turn. And that should give us the victory. Wish I'd gotten these guys some more experience so they could get more kills, but that's okay. They almost outperformed cavalry. It's a nice blue helmet. We will burn it to the ground.
Ready for battle!
And raise it up as a new and improved city. Alright, now let's look at what's going on elsewhere. Have our defensive line established all the way across that front. Our defense is definitely weakest in here. Let's run over to Dura just to make sure we don't lose it to these guys. You guys need to get down to Palmyra as quick as you can because we have 2 Nabatean armies within range to make an attack. I'm going to go ahead and just pick up 1 cavalry unit and 1 elephant. And then just get the rest as melee infantry, I think. Yeah, we'll just go with these guys, why not? Okay, if we're going to hire a mercenary, it's going to be those elephants, so instead of recruiting elephants, I'll just hire some here, and then over here I'll recruit another melee infantry. That way next turn we'll have a full stack, and we may need to retake Palmyra. That might end up actually being the last battle, is the defense of Palmyra. I could go take that real quick, but again, there's not much point. And if I was going to keep playing this campaign further, I wouldn't bother. So I'm not going to bother now. Got Carthage pretty well locked down. Okay, that'll be 20. Next turn we will be up to 40. That's 45, 46, 47. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. 53, 54, 56, 57. 58, 59, 60. I'm going to go ahead and keep recruiting just to make sure I haven't counted wrong, because that would be kind of embarrassing. Our upkeep has been slaughtered by having all of these extra navies. Our loyalty has gone into the negative. But to fix that, we could easily just send these guys off on some missions. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that then. And then we'll just secure loyalty from these two. Still have tons of money in the bank. Still making a pretty healthy chunk of change. That's fine. They don't need their skills upgraded. Now that I think about it, I might actually have to wait through one extra end turn. Just because I didn't have the Navy recruited all the way up yet. So I'll meet the victory conditions on this next turn. And then end of the turn, and I think after that it'll give me the military victory. Unless there's a condition I'm forgetting. I should probably check that at some point.
My lord expects that you will find it prudent.
Will you not give our people?
And there we have it. So, just a quick review here. I mean, we could scroll through that, but you know what? 227 BC. It really only took me 10 years? Or does it only go back 10 years? Because I'm certain it took longer. Does it really only take 10 years? There's no way, right? There's no way. When I start the Pergamon campaign, I'll have to pay more attention to what year the campaign starts. Oh, duh. Wait, no. Let's see. Alright, well anyway, let's scroll through the rest of this. No, there's no way, because 246 turns divided by 4. Yeah, there's no way. For some reason I couldn't do that math right there. It should have been 60 years, right? Alright, well anyway. These things don't really matter too much to me. It's unfortunate that we didn't even have the option to have client states or satrapies. That's a fat lie. That's also a lie. Okay, 20 trade agreements. That's actually pretty good. You spend absolutely enormous amounts of money on upkeep in this mod. Did I not lose any generals in that whole campaign? No, there it is. 17. Whatever, I'm almost not entirely sure what some of these even mean, because I'm pretty sure I didn't let 17 generals get killed in battle. But maybe that counts as like them getting old and dying. Maybe that's part of it. I mean, we only ever recruited 679 units on land, but we destroyed 3,700. That's a 10-to-1 loss ratio. Lots and lots of auto-resolve. But I mean, that's quite a few battles actually fought. No ambushes. Ended up losing 6 times. Sorry, I'm kind of zoning out while I'm reading all this because this is a lot of numbers. No crushing defeats, no siege defeats. Yeah, almost all of my losses were settlements I couldn't defend correctly. I only lost 1 land battle. Agents I never really use very much. I'm actually surprised to look back and see I did any agent actions, because this is what I was expecting to see for agents, because I basically just use them for deployment. But anyway, I've had a lot of fun playing this campaign. I upload stuff just because I'm playing it anyway, so I figure why not. So I'm glad a couple of you guys are enjoying, and we will see you in the Pergamon campaign that'll be coming up hopefully start of next week. Anyway, we'll see you guys later.